A deeply malign Labour Party who has presided over a Fabian agenda, the emblem of which is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Picture this. There is an organisation operating in Britain right now, today, that has supplied every single Labour Prime Minister in history. Not most of them, every single one. It currently has 141 members sitting in Parliament. More than half of the current cabinet belongs to it, and you have almost certainly never heard its name spoken on the news, never seen it discussed in a newspaper column, never had anyone explain to you what it is, or what it does, or how long it has been doing it. The Fabian Society. It has been running continuously since 1884, and what you're about to hear is not speculation. It is documented and sourced and verifiable.
Deeply malign Labour Party who has presided over a Fabian agenda.
I state clearly, as Prime Minister of this great country, that the United Kingdom formally recognises the State of Palestine.
The emblem of which is a wolf in sheep's clothing, which has been designed to undermine the Britain that certainly I know and love.
Keir Starmer was a Fabian Society Executive Committee member before becoming party leader. Rachel Reeves was a former Executive Committee member. Wes Streeting was an Executive Committee member who stepped down when Labour won the election. David Lammy, Angela Rayner, Yvette Cooper, Ed Miliband, Pat McFadden, Bridget Phillipson, Shabana Mahmood. Starmer was the first person in the history of the Labour Party to win the leadership while simultaneously sitting on the Fabian Society Executive Committee. David Lammy stood at the Fabian Annual Conference in January 2024 and thanked them explicitly and publicly. His words were, "The support you've given to today's Fabians, Keir, myself, and much of the shadow cabinet." And in January 2025 the Society appointed a new General Secretary. His name is Joe Dromey. His mother is Harriet Harman, Labour MP for 42 years and Deputy Leader of the party.
A Fabian agenda, the emblem of which is a wolf in sheep's clothing, which has been designed to undermine the Britain that certainly I know and love. And it has created this welfare situation which is just unsustainable. So I don't see there's any difference whether Burnham gets in, whether he doesn't get in, whether Starmer remains, whether he doesn't remain, whether Wes Streeting gets in. They're all the same. Now, if you look at Reform and you look at Farage and you look at what they're proposing, let's just take one example of the Rape Gang inquiry, which is going to come out in early June. We've worked very hard on it. We've had to do a lot of legal checking and double checking to make sure that it's entirely ready and fit to be released. But what that's going to show is that the Labour Party has presided over a mass hiding of what I call the most pervasive evil in British history. That is the mass rape, abuse and grooming of white underage working class girls by largely Pakistani Muslim men. It's happening as I sit here making this little clip today. And when our report comes out, I don't see how any self-respecting person can ever vote for the Labour Party again. I think the Labour Party has got a cross on its forehead. I don't see it being able to survive this kind of evil, which I think people will judge them very harshly for. And if you listen to Maggie Oliver, Andy Burnham is far from clean in terms of his Pontius Pilate-like hands on this issue. So this again goes right through the Labour Party. They're in denial. They've put power ahead of right and wrong, and they deserve to be punished for it. And our report will be coming out, and it will be showing people the extent to which this has been happening for not 5, 10, 15, 20 years, but probably 40 or 50 years, not in silos, but across the country in virtually every area that one can conceivably think of. So I think, Nigel Farage promised an inquiry. He didn't give us an inquiry, so we did one. I've had a fantastic team doing that. And we are now going to deliver that report. And I hope everybody will read it, because you cannot vote Labour again unless you want to have some blood on your hands. And I think this is an incredibly important time for everybody in Makerfield, who I think are now presiding over the most important election for 100 years. It's time for them to read that report, make their minds up. But please, don't vote for more of the same. If you want change, if you want real people, then vote for Restore Britain. We are what we appear to be. We want the best for Britain. We want the best for the people. We want to put our nation first. And if we're ever given an opportunity to do that, unlike the Tory party who had an 80-seat majority and could have done it, rest assured we will do our absolute damnedest to do it. So I felt I had to make this little clip. Keep going, and let's see what happens on June the 18th, which by quirk of fate is Waterloo Day, another great victory for this country. All the very best. Bye.